Every day, men and women in this great country wake up and set about building their dreams. They are the lifeblood of our land. They are the workers. And this is Workers' Prayer.
Good morning, we are here once again, viewers of Workers' Prayer. And today it is Thursday. We will pray for the workers, the students, the housewives, and everyone. But today also, Muruti, we want to pray for those who are struggling in their love life. You know, there are people who are divorced, there are people who have problems in their family, there are people who are in and out of relationship. We want to pray for them today.
Definitely Muruti ka lebaka la gore tota a re tlhaloganyeng sengwe fana ba gaetse gore so se lelapa ke so se tlhodilweng ke modimo ebile ke so se leng gore ga re se itlhophela modimo ke ena a se kgethileng mme ra go rapella ba ile gore ba gaufi le wena ba ile gore o tshela le bone mo ntlong kana ba ka ba le kgakala le modimo mme ba le gaufi le wena mme thapelo ya gompieno ke yone e leng gore ra go batlisa gaufi le modimo Muruti.
Exactly. And just before we make this prayer, we want you to watch the testimony of Karabo Habana. You know, he's going to explain how he overcame the problems that he had in his family and in his love life, because he went through a lot, you know, in his family and in his love life. And I am sure that his testimony, it is going to encourage you. It's going to bring faith inside of you. Maybe you are someone who had given up of your love life, you had given up of your family, but after watching this testimony, I am sure that you are going to be strengthened. You will use your faith also, and you will overcome. And after that, we are going to pray for you. Please have your glass of water. Let's watch the testimony of Karabo. We will be back with a glass of water ready to pray for you.
When I was about 8 years, my parents divorced. And my mother and my siblings had to move out of the house. The house that we liked, the house we grew up in. So we moved to a room, a smaller house. It wasn't really a house with bedrooms. It was just a one bedroom house. So we struggled there. We struggled a lot. We slept hungry. That's when I started to learn what hunger was. So my mother, after that, she was diagnosed with cancer. And when I was 17 years old, she died, and I was at high school at that time. I blamed myself. I failed at school. I felt like a failure. I started to, think of other ways of improving my life, because I would look at my friends, the ones I went to school with. Their lives were good, and my life was going down the drain. I wasn't seeing any progress in my life. So I would think, okay, what should I do? How can I improve my life? Then I met friends. I met other people that were involved in crime. They were con artists. So I started to get interested in how they make money, because I saw that their lives were quite interesting. They were living a fancy life with less effort. And I started to get really interested in becoming a drug lord. So I sourced out where I could get drugs, I financed it, and then I started selling cocaine. And until I got curious, why are these people taking this thing that I'm selling? I wanted to know, what is this thing about? And then I took it. I started to snuff it. And that was the end of me, because then after that, I used to now buy for myself and not buy to sell. And I got addicted to it. I lost my cars. I had more than 2-3 cars. I lost furniture in the house. I started to now fail in paying rent, and then I'll move from house to house. I started to drink a lot and smoke, take more drugs. I became so useless, until the point where there was a time where I was in a gym. I was so high from cocaine. And I got approached by one guy. He tried to talk to me, but I couldn't really give him the chance to talk to me. And only later I learned that he was from the church, but before then, I went through worse moments before I could accept his offer. I went through worse moments. There was a point where I was high on drugs. We just finished drinking with my friends, and I wanted to go to a casino to go gamble. And along the way, I had a car accident. I was driving and I don't know what happened. The car hit the pavement and I was speeding and it rolled about 9 times. And when the paramedics came and the police, they had to cut the car into pieces to take me out. The fact that I was in an accident, someone would think I would come to my senses, but I didn't. I still went on and bought cocaine that I think it was worth about 40,000. Consumed it by myself in one day, locked myself in a room, and I used the cocaine to the point where I felt like my heart is about to stop. I couldn't breathe. I was sweating too much. I was shaking. I was paranoid. Even the sound that I make myself, maybe by standing up or putting water from the tap, trying to drink some water, I would think someone is after me. I was paranoid. I felt like there was someone behind me. My eyes started to make images of very scary things. At that moment, I felt like my life was over. And only after then, I accepted the guy that I met at the gym, his offer. He came with a flyer. On the other side of the flyer, it was written problems, and then on the other side, solutions. And everything that was written as problems on the other side, it reflected my life. And I said to myself, maybe this is my way out. I kept coming. I learned about the chains of prayers. God worked inside of me on Wednesdays. Fridays I came every day of the week, but my main focus was on Wednesdays and Fridays. Fridays I got delivered. I believe so much that I got delivered because I started to sleep at night. I couldn't sleep at night. I started to sleep at night. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I stopped taking drugs. And it was not easy. I'm not saying I left it just like that. Besides feeling that I wasn't getting the cravings anymore, I felt some sort of a change inside of me. I felt peace inside of me. I felt the freedom I saw in the pastor that first day I entered the church. My life today, it has changed tremendously because I'm a married man now. I'm a happily married man. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I'm a businessman. I have started a farming business. The greatest thing that has happened in my life is the Holy Spirit, receiving the Holy Spirit. I have received God inside of me. I'm no longer interested in drugs. I'm not a drug dealer anymore. I don't have any thoughts of ever going back. I don't drink, I don't smoke the way I used to. Now, the desire that I have and what I do now is put my efforts into helping others.
Often we are faced with various kinds of problems in our lives.
and we lose the direction of how to overcome them. So why not pray and ask God's direction? Now prepare your glass of water, because it is time for a moment of prayer. Let's talk with God.
Modimo wa me ka leina le le maatla la morena Jesu rapela lapa la meona le lapa la rona o ile o re lebile rapela gore ba utlwane mo lapeng ba tshwaragane go se ka ga nna le sepe se le gore se ba tsena ka bogare go se ka ga nna le makgwerape dikgandipe tsa ditlontlokwane tse leng di a ba kgaoganya Modimo wa me a ba tswelle pele lapa lena le gole mmogo go se ka ga nna le sepe se se maswe ditiro tsa ga mmaba tsa boloi tse ntse di bereka di rena mo lapeng le a di eme ka leina le le maatla la morena Jesu a re ha nwa metsi ya motho ona o ile go kgotsa ona le bokoa a fole ha ile gore kgotsana Modimo wa me go batla tiro a e bone ha ile gore o batla dikgoro di pefela tsa gagwe di bulega a bone dikgoro tseo di bulega di tsela di tlhaoga ke rapela botlhe ba ile gore Modimo wa me ba phakela jana ba di tirong mme ba le bokete ba phakela yana Modimo wa me ba sena kgothalo ba sena moko ke a go kopa gore ba matlafatse ba thatahatse a ire go nwe metsi ya matla ga go arapare boleng teng jwa gago botle mo teng ga rona Modimo wa me ke seogatsa metsi yana ka lebitso la morena Jesu Kriste amen amen ba gaetso o kgothetse o tile mo teng ga tsatsi la gompieno ga o se tlholo le bokoa se ipolelle gore o bokoa ipolelle gore o nonofile ka lebaka la gore maatla a Modimo a na le wena tshegogatso ya Modimo e na le wena motho wetso tsatsi la gompieno bereka ka natla kana dira se leng gore se pharologanyo maatla a Modimo a tla bereka mo wena.
And I would like to invite you for our radio program on Duma FM. Stop Suffering on Duma FM tonight at 10 p.m. And also our service here on Facebook in our page UCKG Botswana at 6 o'clock in the evening. We are praying for your family. We are praying for your love life. You can also call us or SMS or WhatsApp on this number 75619771. Tomorrow is another day. Friday we will meet again in the morning. Good day.
Every day, men and women in this great country wake up and set about building their dreams. They are the lifeblood of our land. They are the workers. And this is Workers' Prayer.